You can get this product and so much more at www.safariltd.com. And don't forget to use the coupon code SpinoDude to save 15% on your next order and show your support for the channel. Hey guys, SpinoDude here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the 2014 Safari Ltd Monolophosaurus. Alright, so first of all I want to send out a big thank you to Safari Ltd once again for sending this figure over to the channel. And this is one that I've had in my sights for quite a while now, and I'm happy that I finally got around to grabbing it. Monolophosaurus is a very obscure Chinese theropod, and it was a cool addition to the Wild Safari range back in 2014. And one thing that I always really liked on this figure, which I don't see too many people talking about, and I understand the colors aren't incredibly exciting, but I've always really digged the colors on this guy. Can you say digged? Or are you supposed to say I dig this? I don't know. This isn't supposed to be about grammar. This is about dinosaurs. But the colors are very simple in concept, but I really like all the different shades of color brought into the model. You have like some yellowish orange colors brought in with like this dark rusty brown color with some hints of red in there. The white creamy color on the underbelly with some tan brought in on the feet and hands as well. And then just the hints of the brighter red on the face. Bring attention to the head. I think they're just really nice. Now another thing that really stood out to me when I got this in hand is the scalation detail is quite beautiful on this guy. Nice individual scales carved throughout the sculpt. You might be able to argue that the scales are too large for this particular scale of model for this theropod, but I still think they look really nice nonetheless and look quite naturalistic on this for a figurine of this size. The hands and feet have some really nice scales on them as well. The feet are probably a little bit large, and they do have that weird sort of blockiness to the back of them to help with stability. And one thing that is a little strange is the way this foot is turning inwards. Obviously that is probably done for stability purposes. It's not too obvious unless you're looking straight on at the figure. It does look a little strange, but it doesn't bother me too much. I also really like the addition of these little scoots running down the back. I think they look natural, and even though there's no evidence of this on Monolophosaurus to my knowledge, I think it fits in with the rest of the model and just adds a little bit of flair to it. The head on this one is absolutely beautiful as well. The shaping is great. You might be able to argue that the prominent ridge on the top of the head there is a little bit too high when you look at pictures of the skull, but it's really not too far off. I really like the detail of the skin that's attaching the jaws there, of course. The teeth are pretty nicely sculpted actually for being this small, although they are a little bit messily painted on mine. You can see the white paint kind of bleeds up onto the lips there. The nostrils are quite large on this figure as well, and the eyes are done in just a solid glossy black color, which I think is a nice addition, although this one it looks like there isn't quite as much black paint on there. So I do like it from this side much better. And I like the larger scales around the eyes as well. Another thing is that the hands are probably too large and a little too chunky, but not too bad though in comparison to some other figures. One thing I'd like to note, and I'm not sure if it's the same for other Monolophosaurus figures, but I have gotten a few paint chips on mine, a few scuffs on the face. I don't know if they're showing up on camera very well. Very small ones though, especially one on the midsection here. These were just from rubbing my fingers against the detail when I got it, which is unfortunate, but like I said, they're not the worst scuffs in the world and they could easily be fixed. But anyway, I don't think there's too much more to talk about with this figure. The pose is pretty generic, but it balances well and it's a biped. Yay! Yeah, so overall, just a really solid theropod figure. It's not the best one from Safari Ltd, and it's far from my favorite, but it's really good. I definitely recommend this one. I think it's also the only figure we have of Monolophosaurus that's out on the market, so that's another plus if you're a fan of obscure theropods. Alright, and in case you're wondering how large this figure is, it measures in at about 7.5 inches long, which is about 19 centimeters, and in terms of the height at the highest point, which is the top of the head there, we are looking at about 3¼ inches, which is about 8 centimeters. And for our consistent size comparison with Safari Ltd figures, here is Bernie the Gator, Safari Ltd's mascot. And I also wanted to bring in one of my all-time favorite theropod figures from Safari Ltd, potentially my favorite, which is their 2017 Coelophysis. I absolutely adore this figure. And I just had these two next to each other on the shelf, and I thought they looked quite nice. Coelophysis overall is a lot more vibrant, but they do actually share a similar pose, although the Coelophysis is a tripod. And while I do like the Coelophysis better, like I said, I think they look pretty cool next to each other for both having a warmer color palette, but the Coelo, of course, is much more vibrant. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of this figure down below. If you want to get one for yourself, make sure to go to safariltd.com, use the coupon code SpinoDude to save 15% and financially support me and the channel if you'd like, of course. Link will be down below in the description. Leave a like if you liked, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care, and bye-bye.